Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin came down into this support area today, deeper into this yellow area that I have here on the chart within the larger yellow box. So highlighted that to you in my first video today, that Bitcoin possibly rallied in a 5-wave move. At least we can count a valid 5-wave move off the Tuesday low. Okay, so solid rebound of a newly established correction low here yesterday. But for this count to remain valid, it must not break and sustain below the 25,785 level. That's the 78.6 Fib retracement. You see it on the screen. We talked about these 3 Fib levels earlier today already. We've got the 50% Fib level, the 61.8 and the 78.6. These are 26,370, 26,130 and 25,785. As long as price stays above this A-B pattern, so the A wave consists of 5 waves, the B wave seems to contain W, X, Y, and then in the Y wave an A wave, a B wave, and maybe a C wave. So we could see possibly here a little bit more of a decline, but then we've got the 61.8 and 78.6 Fib levels as relevant support. Of this low then, ideally, if the orange count is supposed to remain valid, we need to see a move to the upside. So this could be either an A, B, C structure in which this B wave here is going to be reset here. That's if we only get 3 waves up in an A, B, C structure to maybe 28, 29K, and then we could see a move down. This is one of the scenarios that is valid and absolutely plausible as long as Bitcoin is holding 25,785. What is another scenario if Bitcoin is holding 25,785? Well, we could be forming 5 waves up instead of only 3 waves. So if we do this, ideally above 30K, then we have a valid breakout, okay? Which obviously will lead to another setup, because after these 5 waves up, we should see 3 waves down. And if this is impulsive and we see 3 waves down, this is going to be another box like this small one here and the large one in which we are already anyway. So, but for this to remain plausible, Bitcoin needs to hold 25,785. Pretty decent reward to risk ratio from here. If price breaks below 25,785, it's most likely going to follow not the orange count, but the yellow count. So obviously in the orange count, maybe one more comment. I've counted it, or I label it as A, B, C at the moment. Obviously this could be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, which would be much more bullish, but we don't know that at this stage. And I prefer to label it A, B, C to keep expectations low. Because we have a still rather incomplete downside pattern. So I still would prefer to see a little lower. So anyway, we need to be watching these levels. So if Bitcoin breaks below 25,785, then the yellow wave count could send Bitcoin lower into the 24K region. So it really all depends on this 25,785 level. We're now already in standard support for this B wave, or as I said, alternatively wave 2. And it's going to be interesting. Today we had obviously a day of, well, a lot of selling. So looking at the structure here, Bitcoin obviously yesterday was massively oversold on the 4-hour chart. Today, not so much, but we're back in the bearish range, but not yet oversold. So as I said, maybe we get a little lower here in this Y wave of wave B. But as long as we're holding 25,785, it can still push higher. 1-hour chart also not yet oversold, so there is a little bit more play to the downside. If price now breaks above the X wave high, which is at 26,980, and then even goes above the A wave high at 27,385, that's when we get these confirmations that the C wave to the upside, or at least another impulse to the upside, is emerging. So these are basically the levels that indicate that this move to the downside is over. The move down today looks corrective, yeah, not like what we did here. This was quite strong, but even there we had only 3 waves. It was just a very rapid sell-off though. But this looks like a corrective move. That's why I'm counting it WXY. So it's going to be very interesting. This is now an area in which price will probably make a decision for the next few weeks. Maybe. Okay, so yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you will like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.